Okay, so I'm in a lifeboat with 8 guys in the middle of a typhoon, 140 miles off the coast. Our only hope is for a Coast Guard cutter trying to find us with visibility down to 100 meters. The chances of that happening are like really slim. The key thing, though, was it was going to be dark in half an hour. And if they couldn't find us in the daytime, they would never find us at night because we had no lights, no flares, no reflectors, no radio, nothing. So once it was dark, for sure we were dead. And it was at that point maybe a half an hour until dark. So here comes the Crucible. I realized that finally this may be my last adventure and that I may not get out of this one. But on the other hand, damn it, I've turned my life around. I'm not the self-centered bastard I was in Vietnam. In fact, I helped end apartheid, for God's sake. And I didn't understand. And I'm not a religious man. But I remember turning to the allness or whatever you might call it God, call it whatever, and saying, I don't get it. I thought the world was an orderly place. I went to a Jesuit high school, order in the universe, crystals, salt crystals, all that order in the universe. There's no order here. Here I am. I got 40 years, 50 years left to do your work, God, to do good in the world, and you're wiping me out. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's just plain stupid. So my prayer becomes this angry bleat. I'm screaming at God. And I get this answer. The other 7 guys didn't hear a thing. But for me, it was real clear. And this voice comes booming out of the storm. And it says, basically, here you are, you're lecturing on a cruise ship. You get out of this one, you lecture on another cruise ship. It's a pretty copacetic way to earn a living, right? And yeah. You helped end apartheid. That's good. But you seem to have left those ideals behind, John. And so you have to make a decision here. This is the crunch point. You have to make a decision. Either you keep on with what you started at the UN and devote your life to peace and justice issues, making the world a better place, and we'll see what will happen out here. On the other hand, if you don't do that, you might as well die out here because the rest of your life won't be worth living. It's a choice. Make a choice. Shit or get off the pot. God didn't say that, but that was the message. So I look up. My famous ego is just depleted. And I just look into the teeth of this storm and I just say, okay, it's a deal. And in that instant, and here's another example that most people just don't believe it.